Hello, and welcome to Alchemical Serenity Podcast with me, Carolyn, a practicing Druid witch, regression therapist, shamanic energy healer following a modern path of animism connected to all energies for the last 40 years. The Pagan Podcast is here to take you on your own personal journey of transformation, helping you to transition through each year and through the seasons, and also guiding you to find your own path and your reason for this human experience, and what you can do about it now that you're here. Don't forget to tell me where you are listening in from and a little bit about the path that you are walking. It's always nice to read the comments, and I do try and reply to every single one of them because it's nice to have a conversation. So, talking of transformations, talking of changing of seasons, here we are at the midway between Lunasa in August and Samhain at the end of October, the second of the three harvest festivals, known as Alban Elford to those who walk a more druidry path, Mabon to the Wiccans, and to everyone else it's just plain old Autumn Equinox. Now, I don't know about you, but I barely feel as if summer has finished. Yet all the stores are now full of autumn decor, and there's Halloween on the way as well, and even the range, that's for those who are listening in from the UK will know the store, have their Christmas decorations on sale. I was in a store only earlier this week and thought, no, I really can't do Christmas yet. Strictly Come Dancing hasn't started. The autumn equinox occurs around the 21st to the 23rd of September each year, depending on your time zone, obviously, because before the advent of websites to go and check the dates on, in Britain we generally celebrated it on the 21st of September, and it marks that point when day and night are of equal length. This year it falls on Monday, September the 22nd, at roughly 19:19 p.m. or 19 minutes past 7. GMT. So on the very day of the equinox, so September the 22nd, if you were to get up early, you would find the sun is rising exactly due east and is setting exactly due west on the compass points, and we experience nearly equal daylight and darkness all around the world. But these hours are not perfectly in balance because of what is known as atmospheric fraction, and all depends on the magnetic field and how it interacts with solar radiation during the alignment. Now, that was for all of you who like your scientific facts, because, quite frankly, I couldn't care less. But anyway, I quite like it. Knowing the two sides to it, so whether you're scientific, but magically, it's a moment in time where day and night achieve perfect equality, and everything in nature seems to pause and take a breath for about 3 days. And it's that transitioning point where the energy of summer gives way to the introspective nature of winter. It's a preparation date, really, isn't it? It's easing us into the flow towards winter itself. So if you do follow the wheel of the year, it's a cross quarter, meaning a new season has begun. And that gives us all another excuse to light a bonfire. It heralds the arrival of autumn, encouraging reflection on balance, gratitude, and the changing cycles of nature. It's that weird time of the year when we realise as we wake up that it's getting darker outside and the evening sun has almost gone by the time we have finished washing up, loading the dishwasher after tea, and then realising it's too dark to walk the dog. Or is that just my excuse? Many ancient monuments around the world were specifically aligned to observe the equinox sunrise. Chichen Itza in Mexico, where on the equinox, the sun of the late afternoon creates the illusion of a snake creeping slowly down the northern staircase. Symbolically, the feathered serpent joins the heavens, earth and the underworld, day and night, and thousands of people travel from around the world to gather by Chichen Itza each year to admire the astronomical spectacle. Visitors usually wear white clothes in order to get rid of any bad vibes and to attract positive energy from the new sun. At Manajra in Malta, the lowest temple is astronomically aligned and thus was probably used as an astronomical observation or calendrical site. On the vernal and the autumnal equinox, sunlight passes through the main doorway and lights up the major axis, and on the solstices, sunlight illuminates the edges of the megaliths to the left and the right of the doorway. In Cairo, on the equinoxes, the sun is observed to sink below the shoulders of the Great Sphinx, with its shadows merging with the pyramid silhouette. Festivals that take place around the world at this time have a common thread of balance and transition. Many cultures see the equinox as a time to reflect on that balance in their lives. It's a moment to pause and take stock, just as nature is doing. The equinox disrupts our circadian rhythm, or our internal body clock, as the daylight hours shorten and our bodies produce more melatonin, the sleep hormone, and this can make us feel sleepier in the evening, which can bring about disruptive sleep patterns during the night. Also, our immune system undergoes changes. With less sunlight, we produce less vitamin D, which can affect our immunity. Also, our appetite tends to increase during this time too, but maybe this is just an evolutionary thing from when we had to prepare our bodies for the colder months ahead. The reduction in sunlight can also affect our moods and serotonin levels, which is why many people experience seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, or simply put, the winter blues. Traditions are also important at this time. All cultures have their traditions. So here are several meaningful ways to celebrate the autumn equinox. Enjoy a nature walk. Take advantage of the crisp air and the vibrant colours by going for a walk in your local park or countryside. Observe the changing leaves, collect conkers, or simply appreciate the tranquility of the season. This is an excellent opportunity to reconnect with nature and embrace the rhythm of autumn. And this is one of the best ways to combat SAD or the winter blues, so you build up your serotonin levels. Host a harvest feast. Gather friends and family for a seasonal meal. Focus on autumnal produce such as apples, pears, squash, mushrooms and root vegetables. Consider making classic British or dishes of wherever you are listening in from, like perhaps roasted root vegetables, apple crumble or pie, or butternut squash soup. Sharing food is a time-honoured way to celebrate abundance and foster that community that sometimes we feel we are missing. Create autumn decorations. Bring the beauty of the season indoors by crafting decorations from natural materials. Use colourful leaves, pine cones, acorns and berries to make the wreaths or table centerpieces if you're having a meal. These can brighten your home and act as a reminder of the equinox's significance. The UK has gone nuts, pardon the pun, over autumn decorations. We rarely saw anything at all for this time of the year. It would all kick in as being Halloween. But just over the last 2 or 3 years, we've seen more decorations come in that are autumnal based, and those then move into Halloween later on. The shops are absolutely full of them, and the garden centres as well. You can't move anywhere for seeing an autumnal coloured wreath or an autumnal coloured something or other that would hang beautifully off your table. I wouldn't mind so much, but the trees are still out there at the moment going, well, we're not shedding. We're hanging on. We've just had some rain. So quite frankly, we're just restocking right now. So nothing's going to happen for a while yet. So, if you're wanting a few leaves, you can quite easily just forget that one. Practice gratitude and reflection. The equinox is an ideal time for personal reflection. Consider journaling about what you're grateful for, the lessons learned over the last few months, and your intentions for the coming months. This can be a solitary practice, or it can be shared as part of a group ritual if you belong to, perhaps if you are part of a coven, or perhaps you're a seed group or a Druid grove. And obviously, if you are a solitary practitioner, then sit down, meditate, and just reflect on everything that has happened and how to bring that balance into your life. Celebrate with seasonal traditions. Explore autumn traditions in your area, such as the Conker Championships, Apple Days, or local harvest festivals. These events often feature games, music, and the sharing of seasonal foods, offering a wonderful way to connect with community and heritage. And if you don't have them, then why not start something? We have lots of fairs, don't we, and carnivals that go on over the summer period. But all of a sudden, we change a season and nothing happens. And the next thing that everyone gets involved with is for the children, which is obviously is Halloween and trick-or-treating. So why are we not having some sort of festival going on in our communities to celebrate this time of the year? Mindful meditation. Set aside a quiet moment to meditate on balance, as the equinox represents the equilibrium between light and darkness. Focus on grounding yourself, letting go of what no longer serves you, and welcoming in the changes ahead. However you choose to celebrate the autumn equinox, prioritize connection. Connection to nature, to loved ones, and to yourself. This turning point in the year offers a chance to embrace change, reflect on your journey, and look forward to the autumn months with gratitude and intention. Find balance in your life, and if you find you are feeling tired or hungry, remember your body is responding to real biological signs. Understanding this can help us to adapt more gracefully to the changing seasons and find a way of working with the natural rhythms rather than against them. Whether you choose to look at the equinox scientifically, culturally, or personally, it has something meaningful to teach us. It's a moment in time that reminds us that we are all under the same sky, experiencing the same celestial dance. Thank you for listening in. Whatever you do, however you celebrate, enjoy the energies. Take time to reflect and look after yourself as you transition through the next few weeks towards Samhain. And don't forget to find me on Instagram and Facebook. My links are always in the description box below, where I post in sort of a few things in between podcasts, and also where I list any events that I'm starting to run over the coming year, both online and in person. So with much love, light and peace in your grove, until next time, enjoy the equinox and bye for now.